The question you need to ask yourself is, do you want to be a man-eater or do you want to be a muse?
Next question, please.
Most girls will say both, and they're not cut out to be either. But I can teach you. I can teach you the way of the warrior.
I highly doubt that.
Now, whenever I run through my roster, whenever I talk about the treatment that I get from men, usually the question I receive is, how do you convince them to be so obsessed with you? How do you convince them to give you this special treatment? Sorry. It's not a trick. The steps to being a man-eater are pretty straightforward, but the first is almost impossible for most of you, and it is radical accountability. You must take accountability for yourself.
No, I don't want to.
Well, I know.
It's so much work.
And this is so different than being obsessed with yourself. Self-obsession is one of the most obvious manifestations of incredible insecurity because it's the only thing you can fixate on, is this pretentious guise of self. You must accept your flaws as readily as you sing your praises. Otherwise, you're just a walking wound with a very small band-aid covering you.
And what's that supposed to mean?
Just what it sound like.
Oftentimes polyester. We'll get into that. Once you've taken accountability for yourself, once you understand that you are a creature who makes mistakes and simultaneously is not reduced to a mistake, you have to become a student to how people treat you. Whenever you walk into a room, you need to pay attention to how your presence changes the chemistry of the room.
How? Hold on, bro. How? I'm saying, how? Like, talk to me, bro.
Because that will teach you more about yourself than any amount of journaling or therapy ever can. Because there is an honesty and an authenticity in how people respond to you that you will never get through your own lens of self-perception. They're like horse blinders. You'll never get around. Pay attention to how people treat you and allow the answer to be something you don't like, because only when you're able to identify the ways in which you're not meeting your own standards or you're upsetting other people will you be able to change those things.
I'm gonna say that happiness is from magic rays of sunshine that come down when you're feeling blue.
And only once you move forward from a place of insecurity and desperation will you be able to have a relationship with someone that is not built primarily in shame. The next step, baby, take your time. Go slowly. The human brain is designed for few things as remarkably well as incremental success. That means, once again, allow yourself to be like a game. You are like a game of Survivor, okay? Not every contestant makes it to the end. That's okay. If you want to have the creme de la crop, you must be willing to use the scythe. Women, especially beautiful women, are incredibly wealthy in social currency. You are valuable just by existing. Do not waste your social currency on people just because they are willing to affirm that you have it. Simultaneously, be aware of the fact that you are not perfect just because you have it. Understand that people will react differently to you because of how wealthy you are in social currency.
Just give it to me straight.
Figure out the way that your presence changes people's needs. Do they feel the need to get up? Do they feel the need to boast? Do they feel the need to belittle you? Are they laughing nervously? Are their feet pointed to you or away from you? Is their body language open or closed?
Yes.
Pay attention. Everything you see is information you can use if you are willing to take the time to pay attention. Next time we're talking about how to be a muse. Let me know any questions you have over here. I'll get back to you.
You really shouldn't.
No. No need.
I don't understand what any of that had to do with being a man-eater. Here's the thing I want to touch on. Some of that stuff she said was actually good, but towards the end, beautiful women have social currency. Yeah, and they better cash out, on that leverage. Because once their looks fade, all that influence they have is gone. You better cash out and marry a rich man while you can still trick him with your beauty. Because there's no real value in just standing there looking pretty. You're not bringing value to anybody's life by just standing there looking pretty. So it's fake value. You're right. Beautiful women have social value, but it's fake and it's all superficial and surface level. And when people realize there's nothing else to you, yeah, your leverage pretty much goes bye-bye with anybody with a brain. But I'll just leave it there.